What's going on, guys? I'm back here with the video on a heater core replacement on a 2004 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Starting to have my heater core leak and I'm not getting good heat coming into the interior, so I'm just gonna get right into the video. Alright, so I got all the screws out here, two there, two by the cup holder, and then I got the tub holder out of here. There's a little trick here to get this console out that I didn't know about, that I learned from another YouTube video. Just pull back the center console tray. You see how it slides? There's a cup holder in the back here. You're gonna pull that out so that you can get to those two screws down there. So you take those two out and then just that front one there. And you don't have to worry about taking out the other screws. Alright, so once you get your screws out of the center here, alright. So just another tip while I'm doing this, putting all my bolts from the middle part in like a metal catch can there. Also using a drill to help speed up the process. I'm trying to get this done quick, it's cold out. Once you get those bolts out, this kind of just lifts up. I'm not going to be able to do it on camera, but you can see I'm pulling it up. Get it up around the shift knobs and get this center console out of your way. Next step here, once you get that console out of the way, there's a little metal bracket, the rusty one there. You're going to take those two bolts out. And then you're going to take these two bolts out, one by the wire there, one over there. Pull that bracket out. Alright, got that metal bracket out of the way. You might have to use a swivel head on your socket here on your gun, but I'm just using that to kind of speed things up. Also going to try and clean things because it's so dirty under here. This is my first time doing a heater core, so just kind of play along. Next step here, I'm going to drop the glove box here. Make sure you clean that out too. I forgot to do that. Can't really get a video here, but you see those rubber things? You're going to want to pull them down. You're going to want to push them out towards the engine bay, and they're going to open up. So the left one's going to open up towards the driver's wheel on the left side. The other one's going to open up towards your passenger door on the other side. Alright, so I figured it out. Once I got that one off the right side, I had to kind of lift the thing up, and then it kind of popped it off. So next here, looking at this trim piece on the side, just lifts off. Just kind of snaps on. Turn on my trim in the back here. So that's off. That just snaps in there. Those slots. Might break some of them. Stubby screwdriver to get this off. Another tip from a fellow YouTuber. So all the bolts on the right side, I'm just kind of putting down here on the side on the carpet. Keep track of where everything goes. Got the screw out, and then this is kind of, so it looks like this video too long, but I kind of just want to show everyone kind of how to do this as quickly as possible, as efficiently. So I think actually this, on my model here, this is a 2000, this connects the whole way across. So I'm going to also take the screws out along the top here. So that kind of splits in half there in the middle, and then where all these red velvet things are, that's where the push tabs go in to hold the trim. So there's 3 screws across the top, one right here on the side, got those 2 off. I'm going to pop this. You might want to take this trim piece off the pillar here. Just get that out of your way. And then this dash just lifts up. And then get this off. Yep, that just pops off. Got that trim piece off the top here. You can see there's studs here with nuts on them. They run the whole way across the top. Take those nuts off. Back over here on the passenger side, there's 2 bolts here that screw in, the 10 millimeters. Those are all 10 millimeters across the top. I'm just trying to get the passenger side unbolted first. I'm gonna have to get in here with a wrench, get this one here, 10 millimeter, that one there. Got those bowls out using the angled wobble thing. You gotta take these 3 screws out and pull this piece of trim off. Once you get that piece of trim off, you gotta unplug some plugs down here. So this one here, this antenna. You can leave the blower motor wire plugged in, then there's a bolt down there you gotta take loose. You gotta make sure you have everything unplugged here because we're gonna, excuse me, so there's actually 2 plugs down here, one up above, one there. There's a bolt there, and then there's a bolt there. I'm gonna take out 2 10s. Once you get that piece of trim off, you gotta unplug some plugs down here. So this one here, this antenna. You can leave the lower motor wire plugged in, and there's a bolt down there you gotta take loose. You gotta make sure you have everything unplugged here because we're gonna pivot the dash off this side to kind of sneak the box out, the AC box. Moving over to the other side here, so it's the same as the passenger side. On the driver's side here, just pull the trim off. So we're gonna take this trim off, this one, and everything around the wheel here is gonna be a little different. Be careful, mine broke right here. No big deal, still look the same. Pop this piece off, this just lifts off. Like that. Get that out of the way. And then you got a screw there. On the other side of the wheel, there. And alright, so it's actually 2 10mm. That hold that trim on. There's one there. And one over there. Alright, so I got that trim off. Don't forget about the screw on the side there with the short stubby screwdriver. 2 plugs right here. These 2 white plugs I pulled out. You just push this pin in on the side. 10mm here. I'm going to unbolting these plugs. Just take the screw out, they come right out. And then we're going to work on this bracket here that holds the steering wheel up. 10 mils here, same on the other side. One more thing we're going to have to get loose. The driver's side here is, see this nut connected to the steering wheel, the seatbelt strap. You're going to have to get that loose with the wrench. Get that nut off. Alright, so I got the trim off the sides there. Plugs are out. Before you drop your steering column, you're going to want to take out 10mm there and there. One up here, one there, one there, one there. And then there's 2 here on the dash in. Take them out, and then you're going to take your 4 screws out for the steering column here. One there, one beside it. And then there's 2 there that I've already taken off. Don't take that off until you get those nuts out. That's what I did, and I had to hang it back up. Once you get those bolts off, you should be good to go. Also, try and get this vent loose here. Because when you pull the dash off, this is kind of connected into the floor. You're going to want to get that, pull that tab back and get that loose when you take the dash out. Alright guys, so I got the stuff from under the hood. The heater hose lines, AC lines, disconnected in that one bolt. One thing I forgot about is that bolt right in there. And then there's one right in there. Get those 2 out. I got this dash pried apart on this side. Got to pull on it pretty hard, but it popped loose. Now I'm trying to get this side loose. Alright, so the dash is starting to come apart. I'm using a ratchet strap, hooked it up top there. Hooked it around there to kind of help pull it out. Got that side unloosened. One thing you're going to see happen here is the windshield heater vent. It's stuck to the dash here. That's not supposed to be there. It looks like there's like a foot in it. And I'm just going to take a screwdriver and try and pry that back apart. And hope that that duct doesn't rip because the heater box should come separate from it. See how I'm pulling it away? Just going to pull it out just enough so I can sneak that box out. Alright, so we're getting close to getting everything off. I'm just checking out under the hood here. You're also going to have to take your 2 heater lines off the heater cord back here. These 2 small rubber hoses, take them off. And you got your AC lines here, so this one is going to have to come undone. And then that aluminum one right back here. Be careful you don't bend that one up too much. That's a hard line. This rubber one, you can just flex it out of the way, the upper one. So you gotta take those 2 AC condenser lines off. And then there should be 1 bolt that holds in everything back here. This bolt, this bolt right here will have to come undone. That holds your dash on from the outside. So once you get all that undone, you should be good to go. There's also a ground strap somewhere. It should be on one of the lugs on the AC condenser line, so make sure you you don't rip that ground strap off. Disconnect that off the stud and make sure it comes through when you pull that box through. Yeah, one more tip here when you're taking your AC lines off, either get like a vice grip to pinch the line off so you don't lose too much coolant, or prop them up above the engine and just keep them up here so the coolant doesn't run out while you do this. One more thing here I forgot to mention. While you're under the hood here, on this line, there's a vacuum line I wasn't aware of. That vacuum line ran through the AC condenser hole, but it's connected to the vent in there. The vacuum line controls some of your ducts. If you got the, not the dual climate, I just got the single control one. Make sure you pull that vacuum line off, you don't rip it off. Alright, so rookie mistake, like I said again. There is a bolt up under here that you got to get off before you drop the steering column. So if you do it, put these two studs back on here to hold that up. You got to get down straight underneath. And it's really hard to see. It's hard to get a phone camera on it. But there's a stud up here. And it's on a metal bracket. You got to get that stud off. And I probably can't see. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It is up there. You gotta get that stud. Alright, screwdriver did the trick. I got that vent unlatched. One more thing before you start pulling this off. Make sure you disconnect this vacuum line here. Plugs in here. It's just easier to show you this while it's off. I got that out before. Now, when you get in here, there's a bolt there. And there's a bolt there that holds your heater box on. Go ahead and take them out and you should be able to pull this off. Alright, we got the AC thing out on the table here. It's your heater core. Take these screws loose. Holds the pipes in here. I'm also going to get into the AC condenser while I have this out. We're going to try and replace the AC condenser. Hopefully we can get to it. We're going to give it a shot. Alright, we got the AC condenser out. You can see it's clearly leaking and it's clogged. There's a bunch of stuff in it. So I might end up putting that air filter in that you could do on top. We might do a video on that, but you could see a lot of stuff got in there from not having that cabin air filter, and it kind of clogged us up. And you got coolant leaking in the inside there, so it's definitely bad. All right, so I got the box apart. I had to untake all the screws around here, and then there's these little metal clips. I don't know where they went. And them little metal clips that clip onto these things, you gotta take them off. And then you gotta disconnect these arms off of the white ones here. They just snap off. Screws here, you gotta look out for. There. And the heater core is out, or the evaporator core is out. This is for your AC. Alright, so I kind of skipped ahead here, but I put the heater core in the box and just reverse steps that I did to take it apart. You're gonna need someone to help you get the dash back up on top, because you gotta use, people gotta lift from both sides, and you'll hear it snap back in. So now I'm just gonna kind of reverse the steps, put everything back together, make sure all the plugs are in the bolts, and then I'm gonna put my hoses back on. Make sure you get extra coolant in it since you lost some. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment down below and I can try and walk you through it. If not, there are some other videos on YouTube that are more detailed.